Hello there, Saber fans. Shamim here. Today we're going to be taking a look at the SaberForge Archon lightsaber. This particular design is not one that really spoke to me personally, but I know that it's a very popular design and a lot of people really like it. So during SaberForge's sale, I picked one up empty, and I thought I'm going to do a little bit of exterior customization to it, and then also do an install and put it up for sale. So hopefully someone will be able to pick it up and add it to their collection. The original hilt had all black on the underneath the shroud. So what I did was I sort of did a dual tone. So I sanded off the top layer of anodizing, leaving the grooves, the recessed grooves, anodized black. And then in the grooves on the shroud, I went ahead and I did some sort of a little bit of a paint scheme with light blues and dark blues. So that runs up and down the length of the hilt. You've got some dark blue, some light blue, just, you know, within the cracks and the crevices here and there, just to add a little bit of a color to the hilt, because otherwise it's all black and silver. So I just wanted to add a little bit of a color pop to it. And even down here in the pommel, inside these rings, you may be able to see there's the light blue inside these little holes on the pommel as well. So it adds a little bit more, in my opinion. Internally, we're running a Prizm soundboard from Plector Labs. The LED is a Luxeon Tri-Rebel in royal blue, lime, and white. So you may recall that the royal blue and the lime mix for a very, very pale lavender. But then I was able to do some additional color mixing on there as well. So I'm sort of referring to this as an Arctic Archon. We got some alliteration going on, which appeases my inner English major, and it also is a tip of the hat to the blues and the blues and whites, you know, kind of color scheme that we got going on. It's a 3D printed chassis inside from Darth Rio, 2-watt high bass speaker from KR Sabers. I think I'm going to be using these from now on instead of the Vico speakers from Custom Saber Shop, because I really, really like the way that KR Sabers speakers work. They're especially good for the super bass fonts like Necro, for example. My Necro is one of my custom sound fonts that is probably the most bass heavy font that I've made. And the ignition in particular sounds like crap on a Vico speaker, but if you use it on a KR Saber speaker, it sounds sublime. So anyway, let's take a quick closer look at the hilt. I also did some customizing on the blade plug, painted the middle ring there with the light blue to match the rest of the light blue going on. Even though the hilt itself is not something that appeals to my own aesthetics, I can appreciate some of the design elements that went into this hilt. I like the angled shroud here. It's reminiscent of the original Epoch that SaberForge had, which I really, really liked. So there's a couple elements, and then these grooved sections down here, I really like it. It's almost dwarven from Lord of the Rings. It's very straight and angular. There's very, very, very few curves on this hilt. Most of it is very angular at right angles and hard angles, which I like. There is a cover tech and a D-ring on here, so you get your choice on how you want to hang your saber. So there are 6 sound fonts on here. 3 of them are the default fonts that come with the Prizm, and then the other 3 are ones that I installed. So let's fire it up.
Let go your earthly tether. Enter the void. Empty and become wind.
This is Wind. Something I haven't installed on a saber in a long time, but it's one of my favorite fonts that I've made. Got a pulsing white blade. With a blue flash on clash. Very aggressive and dark sounding lockup. Very devastating. font.
Ranger's Blade.
This is my generic light side sound font, Ranger's Blade. Just a nice royal blue blade. The white flash on clash. Sort of a simple lockup, very generic. Next up,
I am no Jedi.
this is Fulcrum. We've got a lime and a white mixture for a paler lime green with a blue flash on clash. This is light meat. This should be gray meat. Yep. It's a very loud speaker. The resonance in this hilt is quite nice, and then the KR Sabers speaker adds a little bit of extra oomph, which I love. And finally, dark meat. One of my favorite fonts, even if it is just a default sound font for most Plector boards. Okie dokie. Let's throw a blade in there. Let's see some of these colors. Retention screw is up here. Blade plug slides out. Any 1-inch diameter blade will fit. I'm currently using a V4 Infinity Edge blade by SaberForge. So this is the royal blue die on full power. White flash on clash. This is lime on full power. Royal blue comes in and mixes with the lime. White on full power. And this is the very, very pale lavender. It's almost an Arctic lavender. So this is the royal blue and the lime mixing together with a blue flash on clash. This looks like royal blue with white, both of them on full power. So sort of a silver with a blue flash on clash. This is royal blue again. And then this is the pale lime with white mixture with a sort of lavender flash on clash. Back to royal blue. So there you have it, guys. Arctic Archon. This won't be staying in my collection. I'm putting it up for sale. But it was a fun install to do. Both of these shroud pieces are removable. So they're held in place by the two socket head screws up here. And then down here as well, the CoverTech knob holds this lower shroud in place. The CoverTech knob screw is also locking the chassis in place. So for whoever picks it up, whenever you want to remove the chassis, access the SD card, unscrew the pommel, and then unscrew the cover tech knob, and then a few shakes and the chassis will fall out, and then you can do whatever you need to do with it. So yeah, throw the kill key back in. Thank you all so much for watching, and may the Force be with you.